You know, procrastination is a bitch. It's one of the things that prevents me from releasing videos frequently, you know, alongside Depresso Espresso. But another thing why I'm slow, especially when it comes to best lists, is because I generally find it easier to make negative videos. Like, it's easier to explain why a certain thing is bad than to say another thing is good. But regardless, I still enjoy making these lists regardless of its best or worst. With that being said, 2011 is a weird year for the charts. I actually went back and re-listened to the list and checked for any potential best songs of the year, and I learned that a lot of the songs on the chart were either bad, hence my, worst list, just decent, and trust me, there's quite a bit on the 2011 chart that I would just call just decent, or in the case of this list, my personal favorite songs of the year. So let's begin this bullshit. This list is going to start off very similar to my best of 2010 list, because I'm starting off with the hot takes in this bitch. Yeah, I've heard many complaints about this song, most of which I consider to be not very good criticisms. I've always heard that, oh, it's so over dramatic, and I'm just like, no shit it is. Remember, this is a song about one of the most influential rappers alive making a big comeback, and Eminem considers Dre a brother due to how big of a part of his life he was. What, were you expecting this song to be like, Dre, come on, man, I guess. But wake up, bitch, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound like a remotely entertaining song, meanwhile this very much is. I know we didn't end up getting Detox, but we didn't know that at the time, so whatever. Skylar Grey does an excellent job on the hook. M gives us some heartfelt bars about how much Dre meant to not only his career but his life, and Dre's verse at the end, while not the best he's ever done, is still decent. Needless to say, I feel the song gets a lot of undeserved hate, and while it isn't amazing, it definitely deserves props for what it is. Truth be told, I've never been that much of a Britney fan. Not because of anything regarding her as a person or any bullshit reason like that, but because I've just never really cared for her voice. It's not a voice I find terrible like Kodak, but sometimes her voice can get really grating. Hell, if I could redo my 2010 worst list, I'd replace Meet Me Halfway with 3 because that song is not very good in retrospect. But despite all of what I've said in this segment so far, one song by Britney actually managed to grab me. Yep, one of the Britney songs that I like is where she cashes in on the club boom. You may crucify me in the name of If You See Gay Me. All jokes aside, I do genuinely like this song. Britney's babyish voice actually fits well with this beat, and her voice as a whole is commanding as fuck, especially during that great chorus. The production is actually really good as well, but it's not really all that different from what other producers in the club boom were doing. But for some reason, I just like buzzing synths and dance songs. More than likely because it reminds me of the pop music of the time I was growing up. Are there songs like this out there? Yes. Does this song showcase Britney's personality at all? No, but I honestly don't give a fuck when I say that this is a genuine good song from her. I don't know what the general consensus is about this song, so I just want to say that regardless if this song is hated or not, fuck you.
And who do you think you are, running around leaving scars?
Christina Perri is a name that you probably haven't heard in ages, and that's probably because she hasn't tried to make hits in over a decade. She did make another one the following year, which I'll talk about in a later video, but for now let's talk about Jar of Hearts. This song just sounds amazing, with really dark pianos and strings, and Perri's voice is really great. I don't know what it is about her like cadence and all that, but she has like a very distinct voice and I just love it. The lyrics also describe someone dealing with the aftermath of a really abusive relationship, and in my opinion, it works really well.
You're gonna catch a cold from the ice inside your soul.
Okay, I'll admit that line was pretty corny, but the rest of the song is pretty good. I don't know, maybe I'm just a sucker for piano ballads with strings in them, but I love this song and you can't say shit about that.
You are
I'm not done with the hot takes yet, bitch.
This one's for you and me, living out our dreams. We're all right where we should be.
I swear, I should just change my name to Jack Jekyll, because I'm certainly juggling fire with this list. But just like I Need a Doctor, this is a song that I feel gets a lot of undeserved flack, and for more dumb reasons at that. Like, I've heard complaints about Bruno's line about seeing a sky full of lighters when people use their phones nowadays, but like, I don't see how that's a problem with the song. And besides, a crowd holding up lighters is still a thing that's commonly associated with concert audiences, so I don't know how it's such a problem with the line. Oh, Eminem references dick constantly at one point. At one point, though.
Pardon me if I'm a cocky prick, but you cocks are slick, popping shit on how you flipped your life around. Rock a shit, who you dicks trying to kid? Flip dick, you did opposite, you stay the same. Cause cock back with the still cock, you pricks.
And even then, I've heard constant praise of Fastlane being the superior single from Hell the Sequel, but you know what lines that song has?
And I hope that I don't sound too heinous when I say this. Nicki Minaj, what I wanna stick my penis in your anus. It's just by the way that you keep licking them dicks like a lips, I'm agitated, aggravated, to the point you don't suck my dick, then you're gonna get decapitated.
Graduated from master debater slash massive masturbator.
Percolator, this party, be my penis ejaculator later.
Yeah, that song isn't free from big penis energy either. But onto my praise of the song, I think one of the reasons I like it is that it's just nostalgic to me. The first time I heard it, it made me catch a glimpse of what rap can be as a genre. Now granted, it would be quite a few years until I started to say that I liked rap, but still, I think the song holds a place in my heart. But other than that, both Royce and M have pretty good verses talking about their careers and those who doubted them on their rise to the top. Bruno also undeniably has a great hook on this song, which by itself made this a good single choice considering the poppiness of it. Now yes, I would have preferred if Fastlane or any song off of Hell the Sequel became a hit, but I'm still glad with what I got, and that's a big penis.
A sky full of lighters.
So, Lil Wayne.
You had a lot of moments that didn't last forever. Now you in a corner trying to put it together. How to love.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this abundantly clear for the rest of this list. Lil Wayne had such a great year in 2011, mainly because this was the year the Carter 4 was released, and is probably my favorite album from him. Seriously, almost all the songs on that album are just Wayne throwing in punchline after punchline, and it's just really entertaining. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that I liked it more than the Carter 3. I get that's considered a classic, but I'd argue that the Carter 4 is more of a classic. But here, we're not talking about one of the punchline masterpieces, and instead, we're talking about Wayne going outside his comfort zone, with this being a guitar ballad. Despite this being out of Wayne's element though, I still like it. The song describes the story of a girl going through a hard life, and it's surprisingly genuine, even saying that he thinks this girl deserves the best.
See, I just want you to know that you deserve the best. You're beautiful.
As for Wayne himself, his vocals are really low-key throughout this song, and it probably has the best auto-tune he's done. In other songs where he uses auto-tune like Lollipop, his vocals are kinda jumbled and messy. Here the auto-tune is steady and calm to the point where you might even forget that it's there majority of the time. Trust me, I forgot about it multiple times as well. I just love this song, no doubt about it.
Now you in this corner trying to put it together. How to love. How to love.
You know, I've come around to enjoying Lady Gaga's music over the years, but I never thought her making a rock song would have worked as well as it did. I've only recently heard this song, and it definitely surprised me when listening through all of 2011's year end. I've always heard Lady Gaga's other singles like Bad Romance or Born This Way and thought that they were just okay, but this one I feel is great. Lady Gaga's vocals are fantastic, especially with her country-esque delivery when she goes into her upper register. And as I've said already, her voice somehow fits this more rock-leaning instrumentation. Granted, it's more of country rock than anything, but it still sounds great. In fact, I think this song will cater to a lot of people, whether they be pop music fans, country music fans, or rock fans. Basically, I think the song is great. Love it, bitch.
This time I'm not leaving without you.
I don't fucking know how to start this off, so, don't mind at night.
Yeah, we dance on tabletops, and we took too many shots. Think we kissed, but I forgot last Friday night.
Katy Perry had a lot of hits come out during the release of her third album, Teenage Dream, most of which I find to be incredibly enjoyable. Yes, even E.T. But out of all of them, one of them takes the title as one of my favorites, and that's Last Friday Night. Is it a bit strange for Katy to be singing about dirty partying and then later going on to make the inspirational song to Is Firework later on the album? Yes, but I don't fucking care because this song is not only fun, but it's just absolutely infectious. Despite how long I've known this song, it's just a song that just stands the test of time, at least in my opinion. Katy's vocals are great, and the production is amazing. Hell, we even get a Kenny G cameo in the music video, despite him not playing the sax solo in this song. I mean, it's got Kenny G in it, so it has to be special, right? Jokes aside, I fucking love this song. And Minecraft.
Do it all again.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest with this segment. I haven't heard that much from Lupe Fiasco. I've heard a couple songs here and there from him, and there was a couple songs he was featured on that I remember, but I've never really gone out of my way to, listen to one of his albums for some reason, though I might just have a reason to check his stuff out. When I was listening to the 2011 year end, I heard this song and thought it was an easy contender for the best list, and it still is, but I expected it to be a lot lower. Nowadays, it's easily a top 3 song in all honesty. One of the things that made this song easy single material is the anthemic chorus, which is actually an interpolation of Modest Mouse Float On. Now that song is already amazing as it is, but when it's incorporated into this anthemic rap song, it actually feels like its own entire thing. And that's even before we get into what the song's about. The concept of the song was inspired by Lupe's label constantly refusing to release his album Lasers, and he still assures his fans that the show will go on, and even gives a few inspirational bars to the people who his music is for. I don't know, this song just puts me in a good mood whenever I listen to it, and it's not hard to see why. Maybe I should listen to Food and Liquor now. Before we begin this entry, I have to ask society, why did we not give this man more hits? I mean, yes, if you want to be technical, CeeLo has more hits if you want to include Gnarls Barkley and songs he was featured on, but the fact that such a talented man doesn't have like a billion fucking hits makes me mad. He just seems like the man who can do no wrong when it comes to music. He can rap, he can sing, he can pretty much do fucking everything. Hey, that rhymes. But yeah, fuck you is number 2. Haha, Billboard, you thought you could hide this song for the crime of saying the fuck word? Well, guess what? I know the song was on the 2011 list, cause I'm a Ton in the Shadows ripoff. Jokes aside, this song is amazing, and it's even better years later. I used to not like this song, but that was mainly cause I was a kid who shouldn't have had opinions, so fuck that noise, this song is great. It should be no surprise that CeeLo's vocals are amazing. He always has this weird but captivating cadence to his voice, and he actually has a really good range, and that bridge, well, I think this comment pretty much sums up the bridge nicely. CeeLo is the only person who can cry in tune, and yep, that checks out. Seriously, it's so impressive how CeeLo is able to do the whole voice cracking delivery and have it not sound annoying and awkward. Here, it fits the song perfectly and gives it some sort of emotion. Like I said, why do we not give this man more hits? He fucking deserves it. But before we get to number 1, let's go through some honorable mentions.
Grab somebody sexy, tell them, hey, give me everything tonight.
Putting aside the abysmal opening line, this is actually a really fun song. Admittedly, that's mostly due to Neo being on the track, but Pitbull also holds his weight, I believe.
All I care about is money in the city that I'm from. I'ma sip until I feel it, I'ma smoke it till it's done.
Everyone had a decent verse on here, especially Lil Wayne, cause Wayne was the fucking GOAT in 2011.
She just started to pop it for a nigga and look back and told me, baby, it's real.
Did I mention that Lil Wayne was the fucking GOAT in 2011?
Been so long that you forget the way I used to kiss your neck.
This is a pretty enjoyable country song. Both Paisley and Underwood play off each other very well, and the instrumentation is also really good.
Little nigga, bigger nigga, realer, cause I'm killing every nigga that can try to be on my shit.
I'm one of the very few people who sit back and defend this song as a whole. Yes, even Chris Brown's rapping. Also, did I mention that Lil Wayne was the fucking GOAT? It was a really tough pick between this song and Fuck You as the best song of 2011. Both are great songs, and as such, there was quite a battle on which one was better. But I ultimately decided, hey, instead of putting the emotional and technical masterpiece of a modern soul song at number 1, I should put the song that samples the Banana Boat song.
Daylight come and we don't wanna go home.
The other one. Yeah, did I mention that Lil Wayne was the fucking GOAT? Okay, I'm gonna stop saying that, I swear. But it's still gonna be a fact to keep in mind because this song is fucking great. Like many of the songs on the Carter 4, this song is nothing but Wayne throwing punchline after punchline with a great flow and a great beat courtesy of Bangladesh.
Two bitches at the same time, synchronized swimmers, black and white diamonds, fuck segregation. I think you staying under me if you don't understand me. But most of y'all don't get the picture unless the flash is on. Bitch, real G's moving silence like lasagna.
In case some people aren't familiar, Wayne actually previously recorded with Bangladesh on his hit A Milli, which is also a good song, but I think he did much better on the song with the production. Especially since the beat is far less repetitive, using different samples at certain parts of the song. And to top it all off, the song ends with a verse from Corey Guns, which, who the fuck is that? Though despite me not knowing him, he just ends the song off on the best note possible, with a fast and erratic flow that just ends the song off with a bang. I honestly don't think the song would be number 1 if he wasn't on here. This song is why I consider Wayne to be the GOAT of 2011, and that's why I consider 6 Foot 7 Foot to be the best hit song of 2011. This has been Slayer, signing out.